All right, so I'm busy at the shop rebuilding Subaru 360 engines. When you get them all stripped down, this is what they look like. And I'm a little frustrated because I've been cleaning and rebuilding this one and I got stuck into two gears at once. I over-centered the selector that has little dogs that the synchronizer is going to, and I think I've got to take it all back apart again. But that's okay. It's good practice, right? So it's hot out. It's 87 degrees here in Portland, Oregon. You can tell by my dog laying in the nice, cool part of the shop there. She's enjoying that. Let's go over here and blow off a little steam. It's time to go home. But I feel like my day's not quite done until I start up a two-stroke car. Let me grab a gas can here. Figure out which one's got some fuel in it. Aha, this one. So over here, there's a car that's been sitting in the corner all winter long. And I charged the battery up last week thinking I was going to start it up. And I haven't yet. And it is a Subaru 360. So that kind of is fitting for my frustration. Getting two gears stuck together. Let's put a little gas in this thing because I don't think it's got any in it. Now, if you're familiar with Subaru 360s, you'll know that they are premix. I'm sorry, not premix. They have an oil reservoir and a little oil pump. So we're going to put probably, I don't know, a third of a gallon or so in here, just enough to wet its whistle. And we'll see if we can make something happen here. Let's put the gas cap back on first. Don't want it to evaporate any faster than it already does. This is the engine compartment. And it's got a little bit of oil in it. This is the oil reservoir. The oil is drawn from this reservoir into a little pump on the end of the, well, sort of on the end of the crankshaft, and it's injected into the middle of the crank. And we got our, this doesn't have a vacuum valve. It's got a manual valve, and it's got a fuel filter with a little bit of fuel in it. Let's see if we can fire this thing up. Now this thing's got Yamaha Banshee expansion chambers on it, so it's really loud. So it's been all rebuilt. Let's see. We got a green light on our charger. Really tight here. So it has dual exhaust. One of the mufflers fell off the dual exhaust. That's what that blue thing is sitting there in the seat. Let's turn the choke on. And let's see what we got for battery power. Okay, I can hear the fuel pump running. Make sure it's in neutral. I don't know if this thing's going to start or not. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. That started up pretty easily. So this one has a really funny exhaust note because it is only muffled on one cylinder. So it's got that but-up, a real kind of a lopey camshaft sound, kind of neat. That started up pretty easy. So I rebuilt that engine a few years ago. Doesn't hardly have any miles on it. Forged pistons, new synchros, the works. But it's just sitting here waiting for a paint job. However, my day is complete. I can go home and relax and feel that I filled the shop full of smoke and the day is not wasted. That's awesome. So now we just got a few more cars to get going and a few more engines to get rebuilt. Stella, what do you think? What do you think? You're not impressed. Impressed with the two strokes smoke? No? You just want to go home. Okay.